Welcome to the bold analysis. 1 month before the 2022 general election, Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta reminded us as a country that you guys will regret. And I think it has come too early, too fast. We have come so far as a country, and the sovereignty and the independence of this country, selfless men and women lost their lives. And because there is something we were fighting for, the unity and the sovereignty of a country. Ladies and gentlemen, the scenes of what's happening in Eldoret is very scary, pathetic, and I am even short of the adjectives to describe. I don't still understand, and I think the responsible agencies should swiftly come into action. How Kanjos can allegedly penetrate and get into a rescue center and torture people that are there? Is it a rescue center or it is the comeback of a torture chamber? I want you to watch this video of this MCA speaking about that. But before that, humanity comes first. So this month I decided that there have been this story of this gentleman here, Austin, that suffered stroke and was incapacitated for quite some time. By God's wish, he actually came out, he survived and is out, his side is not working. But we are pushing to help him put up the business that he had, which was a posho mill. And that's why we're running 100 shillings challenge for now, today, tomorrow, probably the midday of Wednesday, so that I'll travel to Busia on Thursday and ensure that myself, I oversee the process of putting up that business. I promised that, so kindly send me anything you can have. The target was 80,000. Yeah, it's really going, but I'm really reaching out to us. I want you to listen to this lady keenly.
Nikiwa kama mama ninataka kuongelesha governor wetu na pia county commissioner ya kwamba kuna mambo ambayo imetupata sisi kama wamama na inatuuma sana, ya kwamba watoto wetu mahali pale leski. Hasa niliposikia msichana anaambiwa atoe nguo na kanjo aweze kulala na yeye, ninasikia uchungu sana. Nikiwa mama ninalea huyu mtoto na shida, huyu mtoto ako na shida, anaenda kuongezewa shida ingine. Nilipoona kijana amegongwa, kichwa karibu ipasuke na ako uhai, ninasikia uchungu sana. Madam Boss Gladys, wewe ni mama wetu. Tumeomba ya kwamba kuja tu utusaidie kwa ajili ya hawa watoto. Watoto wamejaa hospitalini, watoto wale wanalia, wanasema ya kwamba wanadhulumiwa, ya kwamba wao ni wa Kikuyu. Wafanyabiashara, mimi ni mfanyabiashara Eldoret, na wakati ambapo ninaona mama mboga akona mboga ya shilingi 200 ikishikwa ikimwagwa chini, huyu mama hana mzee, huyu mama, hapo ndipo watoto wanataka kukula. Mama Gladys, tunaomba ya kwamba kuja ututetee kama wamama. Watoto wetu nikiwatwa, mama akiwatwa na mzee, arudi afinyiliwe, watoto wavunjwe miguu, wavunjwe, walalwe, na wengine hatujui wako aje. Mimi mama nikiwa Wasingishu, mimi ni wanani? Governor, naomba hivi, kanjo yako kweli ulituwekea na wakawa na uniform, lakini hizi uniform inaendelea kutuumiza.
This is wrong. This is wrong. This is wrong. No one applied to be born anywhere in this country. And I remember when there was that police brutality in Kisumu, guys, I'm a bit sorry because I think I got it. When when there was that police brutality in Kisumu, we raised our voices and we said, this is wrong. It was a community that was being profiled, and we said it was ethnic profiling. But the good people that know will then brand us as people that are just busybodies. By that time, it was Kisumu. Yes. No one applied to be born anywhere. And it should not be. This is something that must be condemned. Politics aside. Politics aside. This must be condemned. And you will see that the leaders that are raising their voices, and you know there have been those undertones of harassment, especially on the ethnic lines. And I think if you want to know, the whole thing is not just a mere political thing. Those raising it are just members of Kikuyu community working there. And I want you to listen to this MC.
Hiyo unyama ilitendwa na wale county officers wenye wako pale rescue center. Pia vile nilikutana na watoto wa miaka kama 9, miaka 10 na miaka kama 8. Wote wamepigwa na zile viboko na wako injured. As we speak sahi, the rehabilitation center has detained more than 700 people in there. And we want to ask the IG. We want to ask the IG to come out and investigate that matter. Tukiangalia Shakahola ikianza. Shakahola ilianza kama mchezo na baadaye tukakuta watu wamekufa zaidi. Hii rescue center hata leo hii ukienda kuingia unataka kusema unaenda kuingia ndani. Mimi mheshimiwa nilikatazwa kuingia ndani. I had to sweat ndio niingie ndani. Bado tuliona maofisa wengine wakati mmoja walikatazwa kuingia ndani. Je, tunataka kuuliza IG mwenyewe ni nini kiko huko ndani? Ni nini kinaoza yenye kinanuka ile iko huko ndani ya rehabilitation center yenye mpaka mtu haizi ruhusiwa? Tunataka kuambia wafungue investigation, waende waangalie what is really happening. Na wale wote walioadhibiwa waweze kuandikia statement yao, na tuna habari kwamba wako huko ndani na wamefichwa, waweze kuandikisha mwenye aliochapa ili wachukulie hatua. Pia sababu that is not a gazette police station. Tunataka kuambia ama kuhimiza serikali yetu ijitokeze na ifungue wale watoto, hata si watoto, wale adults wenye wameshikwa huko incommunicado, pasipo na consent ya kotini. Because the law is very clear that you can never detain a person for a period of more than 24 hours before taking that person to court. How is it possible that the county askaris of Uasin Gishu are detaining numerous people without the consent of court? Na tunasikia kwamba they have even their own criminal justice system. They have a prosecutor, they have a judge in there, they are the arresting officer. Wakikushika wanakufanyia kesi, wanakufine zile pesa yenyewe ni hao wenyewe wanazichukua. That is so illegal to the extent that can be termed. Na tunataka kuhimiza hii serikali yetu ya county government inaongozwa na Chelilin. Bwana gavana, unaonekana ukiwa mpole mara mingi, lakini hawa afisa wenye wako chini, haswa county askari, kila siku wanakuharibia jina. Na kila siku wanafanya hiyo sababu wapate madhumuni yao ya kimfuko. Wakishika watu huko wake ndani, watoze pesa kama ni fine. Hizo pesa zinaingia kwao. Na bado tuna habari kwamba ile pesa yenye tuliweka kama serikali ya county assembly yenye tuliweka ili through executive ili iende kusaidia rehabilitation, that pesa haisaidii. Tunasikia watu huko wanakula mpaka ugali na chumvi. Is this the Kenya that we want? Our men who are in the rescue center wanatenganishwa kulingana na majina yao. Kama unaitwa jina yenye inakaa ni jina kabila fulani, unaambiwa kaa ile kona. Ukikaa na jina yenye ni local, unaambiwa kaa kona. Ukikaa na jina ya Nyanza, unaambiwa kaa kona. Alafu ile viboko unapigwa inategemea na vile jina lako linaitwa. The way your name sounds, kama ni ya kabila fulani unapigwa. Wakishamaliza hayo, wanaume wetu walio huko na ni wazee wengine wako na bibi na watoto, wanavalishwa skirt ya wanawake na wanakaa huko kwa that period yenye wanaambiwa watakaa. That is not the Kenya that we have always fought for. Now this is the time ya kusema kwamba enough is enough. Hiyo mahali inaitwa rescue center is more of Shakahola torture that we had in Kwale. hiyo mahali it's no longer safe for any individual to be there. We kindly ask the government to come out very clear and investigate this matter. Time is not on our side. Kuna watu wengi wameumia, mimi mwenyewe nimeona watu wengi wakiumia, na kuna maafisa wanne, na mimi nitawataja jina wenye wamekuwa mentioned. Ofisa wanne wenye wamekuwa mentioned kwa hii mambo yote. Tunajua kuna wengi, lakini wenye wamejulikana ni wanne, the notorious one. The people who bear the greatest responsibility. One, tunasikia ni mtu anaitwa Bar Masai, a very tall man. Tunasikia mtu anaitwa Roba, a very heavy guy, aka Omosh. Tunasikia mtu anaitwa Ken, yeye ako stationed pale rehabilitation center, na mtu anaitwa Kimaru. Na pia vile vile hiyo mambo haingewezekana pasipokuwa na director wa rehabilitation center ku cover up that matter. Mtu anaitwa Esther, the director of rescue center, is also an accomplice. Na mimi kama mheshimiwa wa Huruma nimeamua kwamba hii matter haitaishia hapa. We are going to court, and the mentioned people will have their day in court, either through criminal justice system or civil justice system.
We cannot go back that line. And the reason why I'm saying that Uhuru tried his best, you know, the handshake, or the political marriage between William Ruto and Uhuru Kenyatta came hot in the heels just 5 years after a post-election violence that pitted men and women against each other in this country. And true, many people thought that there was that animosity, but we realized that Kenyans don't have a problem. The problem is just the leadership. And so when they came together, you know, they got the mojo. Then in 2018, Uhuru Kenyatta did another handshake with Raila Odinga. That also bridged the Luo Kalenjin. You know, look at how this is some of the things that Uhuru achieved, and that is why we've been saying that Ruto enjoys what he's enjoying because of Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. Uhuru Kenyatta made that transition be very easy. I'm telling you, if there's going to be another handshake between Raila and Ruto, then can you see the circle is going to be together? But we seems to be hitting the tribal cards, tribal drums. I remember when Kinoti tried to revive some cases of ICC cases, and allegedly those cases, that scheme was targeting William Ruto. Uhuru came out and said, no, those things are behind us. Listen to what Chege was saying. This is also a victim of that.
Hiyo Tuesday, hiyo upande ya Kabitu, hiyo Tuesday mvua ilinyesha Kabitu kwa soko huko. Sasa mama wanatoka sokoni huko kukuja mzigo yao magunia ziko juu gari, lakini magunia ziko na matope manene, na mimi nilikuwa nimevaa shati ya white. Sasa wakati ya kushika mzigo kuangusha chini, hiyo matope inashika shati. Shati ya white inashika shati, nijipaka nishika. Japo nikungania mzigo. Ile utangania mzigo utapata mzigo mingi ukiwa nayo. Upata kazi utaenda nayo tu. Alipoangania tunaangania mzigo. Sasa ndipo makanjo nao wakaona mimi nimemisha troli, nataka kwenda, wakasema ati ndio chokora mwana. Mimi chokora mimi nimepindisha troli, lakini wakaniingilia tu wewe ni chokora. Ndipo wakaanza kunipiga mama au mwenye kwa anabebea, wakaanza kulalamika wakafukuzwa wote watoke hapo karibu. Wale watoke wasione wanafanyia moto, wakafukuzwa wote, mama wakatoka. Ndio kidogo ndipo nilipogonga kichwa, nikatupa focus, sikuelewa kisimu, lakini nilipoangalia nyuma nikaona tu Bar Masai mwenyewe, kwa Bar Masai kina kuanguka. Ndio kidogo nikasikia siku natupa focus, kidogo nikasikia Bar Masai mwenyewe anasema yeye amekufa, sijui nasema na kina nasema sijui agome. Wakaanza kujipa shughuli kufikia sikujielewa, hata nilala mvua ilinyesha tu hapo, leo tukama hivi nilikuwa nimetoka focus kabisa. Ndio asubuhi kuja nasikia watapigwa, kaambiwa kuna kazi mtafanya hapo kama mtoe mtu mpeleke hospitali. Ndio mabeba wenzao wakanichukua wote wanipeleka mpaka Rufaro. Kunipeleka Rufaro Kufika huko sina focus nzuri, ndio nikakaa kulazwa nikakaa najisikia baada ya miezi 3. Baada ya kuja kujisikia kufuatilia nini endelea, nikuja nijipata tuna kichwa mzima nakaa kama koroni, ufungo bandage mingi tu kwa kichwa wote, yani bali kichwa mingi nakaa kama koroni. Na sio sasa hivi nataka kuzoda, nataka kanamba usijaribu kutoa hiyo nikaacha. Nikakaa wakanieleza nini, nikapata kamba umekaa miezi 3, umejisikia baada ya miezi 3 nini, sijui. Daktari akaniambia umekaa wiki 2 ulilala in coma. Bwana Masai jana kusema unapelekwa Central, karibu ujifika Central unaingisha kwa road na umepigwa marungu. Ukifika Central kwa gate wanasema ni check up at search, naambia search mnaambia mtu mongo yote, naambia mtu mongo ladies pande men boys pande, na ukiwa uchi ni nyaonyo, unapigwa na nyaonyo, unapigwa ndio mkienda mnaingia kwa maji baridi. Kuna a big tanki 10 imekatwa nusu.
And that is why I want to put my voice by saying this. This is squarely to be blamed on the political class. There are some things that we've just gotten wrong as a society. We've just gotten wrong as a country. And, sometimes we do things mzaha. We think it's that, and we tend not to see the bigger picture. But this is showing us that we are treading a very dangerous route. Now, I want us to look at that. But before that, let me remind you about this fundraiser we are doing. We are supporting this gentleman. Austin got stroke and was bedridden for more than 3 years. So when he came out, financially could not pick up, and there's a family. So this was forwarded to me. The story was forwarded to me. Comes from the Busia. And what we've then requested to do, at least just to change and lift him from that wheelchair and of course be able to work, is to establish for him a portion meal which himself he had there, was given but it didn't work out well. So we are establishing a portion meal for him, and we just did a budget of around 80,000 for the establishment and bit of just making the other place where that is going to be done. It's going to be the homestead. So that work is supposed to start on Friday. I'll push this with core. I think, this is one that will be supporting someone, and I think it gives sustainability, and I really take much. I really have attention with such. Ladies and gentlemen, the Eldoret mess is squarely to be blamed on the political class for these 4 reasons. Number 1, deep-rooted ethnicity in our politics. When we raised our voices about police brutality that was happening in the Azimio areas, and not even Azimio areas, in Kisumu, during the mass action, some very gullible Kenyans and those on the other side of the political divide told us, and William Ruto came out and thought everything was fine. They told the country that those are just rowdy people. They tried to attack the police. Everything was said. But we said that was ethnic profiling. And it's because we have deep-rooted politics. We've gotten our politics wrong. And there is a lie that has been said over the years here, that there was an issue-based politics in the last 22 presidential election. There was nothing like that. The mobilization was done across the tribal lines. Ruto picked Rigathi because Rigathi was a Kikuyu, and Raila picked Karua because Karua was a Kikuyu. So it cut across. We have brought a mentality that tribe A and tribe B must merge for tribe C and tribe D to lose. We've not got a situation of win-win. We've not embraced a situation where there is win-win. While me, I believe all of us can win. By the way, who says so? that for someone to win, someone must lose. That policy. And because our politics has gone that, even in governance and in leadership, that is cascading down. Recently, there was a very big debate in this country when a political leader said that there are those who are shareholders and there are those who are not shareholders. And it brought a problem. Remember, these are some of the things that are cascading down. People are listening. Even the people at the lower cadre are listening. And ethnicity is killing our society. It's killing our morality. It's even killing, ethnicity has gone beyond humanity. Because surely, apart from the tribal witch hunt, apart from putting tribe A and tribe C, hitting because it's tribe A and it's not my person, what happened to humanity? Yes, at the end of the day, we are all human beings. In this podcast, we've supported people across the tribes. Yes, we've done Kikuyu, we've done Luo, we're now doing Luhya. I think we've tried. So we cannot say that it's about ethnicity is taking this country a wrong path. Number two, political protectionism. We have normalized a situation where people can get away with some very bad things in this country simply because they're politically right. That so long as you're politically right, there's no problem. I just want to take a good example. Look at just the sequencing issue. Just some few months ago, there was an uproar in that country over an education airlift program that turned out to be a fraud. And people raised their voices about it. But to what extent? Where did it all go? It never saw the light of the day. So leaders got political protection. And because so long as I sit politically right, I'm not worried about it. Because to date, the parents who sold their pieces of land and their assets to allegedly take their kids to Finland, that program was squashed. It never got anywhere. Mandag was largely named. He was driven to some police station in very huge Gazlas, spent the night, allegedly was even released at night, went and spent night at his house, came back, and then was taken to court, and the story ended like that. So even for these perpetrators, for people that are perpetrating these horrible men here, these horrible men that are perpetrating this, maybe they will get, so long as political right with the leadership, they will get their way with it. And that is wrong. Thirdly, and I want to say this with a lot of emphasis, we entertained impunity in our security sector. We entertained impunity. And I just want to use the Kisumu example. In full glare of cameras, videos circulated online how people were pulled out of their houses and beaten by security men. And even the president himself managed to see those videos. Photos were seen. Parents buried their sons, and the leaders attended the burial ceremony. So people died, people were killed. Then the president of Republic of Kenya entertained that impunity and came out and said, you know what, we will deal with you, and actually praised the police for that. Look at it. Look at it. Praise the police for that. And we are entertaining that impunity. Look at this latest case, Anjeri. Someone comes out and says, I went to the DCI, then I was arrested, then I went missing, then I came back. And someone knows that this is the person that did this to me. No one has ever been apprehended around that. And William Ruto has entertained impunity in the security sector. And we need to punish. Yes. We've seen our men in uniform who conducted some very ills against the citizens. But they've been left just roaming the street, and no one cares because we're doing it right. And it is politically wrong to entertain that seeds, that impunity. Lastly, the seeds of discord we are planting. our politics is saturated with a lot of hate messages. Yes, saturated with a lot of hate messages, and this cuts across the political divide. Yes, if you look at pro-Ruto MPs from Mount Kenya, they're busy calling Uhuru Kenyatta names. Just so busy. They're so preoccupied with Uhuru left dilapidated economy and Uhuru did this and Uhuru did that at the expense of, they cannot. If you look at the Azimio side, they're so much preoccupied with the hate messages. And I've been saying this. Even in this country, we cannot have a problem with William Ruto as a person. The problem we'll have, or rather the problem that Kenyans are raising, is governance, policies. That, Mr. President, what you are doing is not giving us the results. That is what all of us question. In this podcast, I think for the better part of November, I said eyes on the ball, governance, no sideshows, governance. So we are planting seeds of discord. The population is looking at us, is looking at the leadership, and it's just cascading down. On this one, it must be condemned. And I'm wondering, where is our intelligence? By the way, for a minute, some of these things happened. Shakahola happened. We asked, where the intelligence? These ones are happening. Why can't, or what happens that intelligence cannot know this and this can be avoided? Because I don't believe, it's a bit inhuman. It's just so immoral. I don't think as a country we can stoop that low. No one applied to be born which tribe or applied to be born anywhere. And I think we have been accommodative. But the egg is rotting from the head. We are getting it wrong. There is no better way to say it. Thank you, guys. Let's meet in the next, and let's continue supporting Austin, especially on this project and send him